Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Super exciting day today because we finally get a chance to take a look at the newest W Dragon figure to grace our homes, and that is their 1/35th scale female Tyrannosaurus Rex. You can see that the box looks really nice. You've got a beautiful image of the Rex there on the front, W Dragon up there on the corner, and then Tyrannosaurus Rex 1/35th scale over here on the right, along with kind of the silhouette of some trees that look very Jurassic Parkish down there at the bottom. I really love the image of the Rex. There's really nothing else on the box. It's all just black for the most part, but it really does look quite nice. Very firm, very sturdy, really well made, beautiful box. So I'm excited to go ahead and get this figure out. Beyond excited, honestly. I have waited so long to get this. The mail is just super slow anymore. It actually sat in my state for like 3 days before it finally made it to me. I don't know why, they just kept shipping it all over the place, and I was closely following the tracking number, waiting for it to arrive, and it's finally here, and I couldn't be more excited, honestly. So let's break it open and take a look at it. So here is the base that goes with our Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then here is our Tyrannosaurus Rex itself. Now I'm a little further away. There we go, we're getting it on there. It's got to slide into place somehow, and it's on. There we go. There is our newest W Dragon Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this thing looks amazing. Just like every W Dragon release, every single time they release a new figure, I am continuously blown away more and more, but man, this T-Rex looks fantastic. The sculpt and paint is really beautiful, pretty much spot on to the Jurassic Park Rex. You might not be able to tell quite so easily from this angle with the lights kind of shining down on it, but we'll get a closer look and then you'll definitely be able to see what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So now you should be able to get a really good idea of what I was talking about with just how nice this Rex looks and how beautiful the coloration of it is. It really looks like it's that perfect shade of brown that you see on the Rex in the film. It honestly looks fantastic as far as the paint application goes everywhere I look. If we look at the detailing and everything of the head, the detail is beautiful. The skin texture all over the head as far as the scales go looks honestly breathtaking. You can also see up there that that eye is very nicely glossed, and it's been given that yellowish color that the Rex does have in the film. You've got a very nice, beautiful black pupil right there, giving us a almost evil Rex appearance. Look at that, looking straight at us. That looks fantastic. The eye placement as far as the pupils go is perfect. The inside of the mouth has been given a very nice wash and painted with a very realistic coloration. Again, pretty much exactly what I see on the Rex in the film as far as the skin flap goes with the inside of the mouth. You can see the tongue in there is really nicely sculpted, even way back there in the throat. Look how unbelievable that is. That is just gorgeous everywhere. Even the upper side of the inside of the mouth is amazing, and that dark wash really brings all that detail out really nicely. It looks incredible inside the mouth. The teeth are also sculpted and painted really beautifully as well. There's kind of like some residue or something right there on that tooth, but oh, it's right there. There we go, we got rid of that. The teeth look fantastic. You can see there's no sloppiness, and again, that gloss has been added everywhere inside the mouth, really making it shine and glisten exactly like the mouth would on the inside of a real dinosaur's mouth. Really beautiful, kind of giving you the feeling of saliva everywhere in there, and it looks great. I think the overall sculpting of the scales looks fantastic everywhere as well. I love that they've darkened the coloration around the eye just like the Rex in the film, and you've also got this kind of blackish coloration here that runs the rim of the lower jaw like you do see on the Rex in the film as well. Really nice. As we start to run down the neck, you can see just how nice the sculpting of the skin is. The skin texture is really beautiful. You've got kind of some of that hanging skin here in the throat. Lots of skin wrinkling and everything going on all over the place there in the throat of the Rex. A few wrinkles right here as the Rex has his head turned a bit to the right. You can also see, honestly, that this striping looks great up here in the back. Really natural looking, beautifully applied. Everything as far as the paint on this looks super nice and really natural. Nothing looks like paint. It all looks beautifully like body color. I am incredibly impressed with this Rex. If we look down here, we can see the shoulder blade right there as it is protruding from the skin a little bit. We get down into the arms there. Look how nicely painted and sculpted they are as well. You've got that trademark underbelly of a Jurassic Park Rex that they do in fact have. A very important key detail when it comes to the sculpt of a Jurassic Park style Rex. Really nice skin texture all over the place, and they've kind of done like a very nice light dry brushing over it to bring that detail out quite beautifully, and it transitions really naturally to that white underbelly there. If we come up here, we've got the hip bone beautifully protruding from the skin, and some very large muscle tone there in the thigh and down here in the calf as well. We've got kind of a striping, like a faint striping right there. I love that they've applied that so lightly that it looks really nice. And again, similar to what you see on the Rex in the film, the feet look great. Look how beautiful they look. It really takes me back straight to the scene where the Rex steps down in the mud right in front of the kids and Alan when they are trapped in the Explorer. Really, really nicely sculpted feet. They honestly look perfect. W Dragon always hits all the key details when it comes to the sculpts of their figures and really makes them look exactly like you see in the film every single time they make a Jurassic Park style Rex. It's also been given a very nice dark wash pretty much all over the body, so you can see all the detail and sculpt really, really nicely shine through because of that. Lots of wrinkling going on here behind the thigh and the tail. As we start to run out the tail, you can see the tail is nice and long, has incredible skin texture the entire way out, and comes out to a very nice curve here at the end, a very natural looking curve. Looking at the opposing side, again, everything on the head is just awesome. It all looks super, super realistic and really nicely faithful to the Jurassic Park style Rex. This is easily one of the best Tyrannosaurus Rex figures out there when it comes to replicating a Jurassic Park style Rex, and there are quite a few out there currently, but honestly there are very few that can even hold a candle to this figure. If you come down here into the neck, again, you've got that really nice skin texture, and it definitely is very realistic as far as the movement, because on the other side here you can see a few wrinkles right there because the Rex is bunching the skin up, while over here he's really pulling it so it's stretching the skin. You don't see that wrinkling going on, so really nice attention to detail paid there by W Dragon. Again, you've got the nice detailing here in the throat, really nice paint application there as well. You've got the shoulder blade there protruding from the skin. You can really kind of get a sense of the skin stretching there with the movement of the arm. Really, really nice looking T-Rex arm. It looks like it's honestly the perfect length and everything for a Jurassic Park Rex. You can see the rib cage right there a little bit protruding from the skin. If we look at it from an angle, I love little details like that. And again, the paint apps everywhere look great. You can see the skin stretching a little bit here as this leg is pulling it back. And I don't see the seams or anything anywhere when it comes to the limbs being connected. So W Dragon continues to blow me away with just how good of a job they can do when it comes to connecting the body parts to the actual body of the dinosaur. You've got the hip bone up here again, and these kind of osteoderms are another sort of trademark of the Jurassic Park style Rex, so it's really nice to see those present. Again, you can see just how incredibly nice that striping is that runs down the entire body. It really, really looks great. And I think specifically the coloration of this Rex looks spot on to when the Rex is hunting the Gallimimus and kind of jumps out of the bushes and takes one down. You get a good shot kind of how the striping is on the back and everything, and the overall coloration, and I think they hit the nail right on the head for sure when it comes to the coloration of this Rex. You can see many different tones of this brown. You've got like a dark brown here, and it gets to a lighter brown and a few different shades throughout. Even right here is a slightly different shade, and then you've got that beautiful transition to that light underbelly that also comes up here into the back of the thigh. Really nice musculature again there, and in the calf region you get the kneecap there, and that really nice striping, that very faint striping that runs down the shin of the Rex. And there's that beautiful foot sculpt once again. The dew claws are present and everything. And you've got some wrinkles here, and then we run out the length of the tail. Really nice looking tail. The sculpt on this is insanely beautiful everywhere I look. It honestly is just an absolute work of art when it comes to a Jurassic Park Rex. And then here is the base. The base isn't really anything too special, but it does look quite nice. It's definitely much different than the normal base you would see, as it's in an odd pattern, but I actually quite like it. The paint application on this is really nice as well. It looks like it's a darker coloration that's kind of been dry brushed over with a lighter, almost like a creamy color, and you've got the footprints of the Rex there and the peg to slide him onto. And then the underside is nice and soft, so it won't damage your table or anything that you put it on. really nice looking base, but the star of the show, without question, is this unbelievable T-Rex. One thing that is really awesome about the Rex is the fact that you don't need the base to balance it out. It can stand completely on its own, and it actually stands quite nicely. It's very stable, and this has kind of been the case with pretty much all of the W Dragon releases, aside from the Allosaurus, because the Allosaurus couldn't really stand on its own due to it being on one leg. But I do believe the Bull Rex, the Spinosaurus, and now this Rex all can balance really quite well. So that's cool that you don't need the base if you don't want it, but the base does help for some stability. And again, just like usual, you're going to take the peg there, you're going to slide it up here into the bottom of the foot, and then just kind of match the footprint up with the Rex. As far as a size goes, from the tail to the snout here on the Rex, you're at about 15.5 inches or 39.5 centimeters. So it's definitely a very large figure. For a height, you're looking at just shy of 8 inches or about 19.5, almost 20 centimeters. For a size comparison, there is Mr. Papo T-Rex, and you can definitely get a good idea of how large this W Dragon Rex is in comparison to him, because the Papo Rex honestly is quite the large figure, but he does not hold a candle to this new W Dragon Rex. The W Dragon Rex just completely dwarfs it for the most part, so if that doesn't help give you a good idea of how big this figure is, then maybe this little Mattel jumping Velociraptor will give you a pretty good idea, because you can definitely see that this raptor is super small in comparison to the Rex, and this raptor is about the same size as pretty much all of the Attack Pack figures. So if you have any of the Attack Pack figures, you should definitely have a good idea now of how large this Rex is, because it's definitely got quite a bit of size to it. So this W Dragon Tyrannosaurus Rex, the female version, is amazing. There is no doubt in my mind this thing is absolutely amazing. I think as far as the sculpt, it is perfect. I can't think of a single spot on this Rex that does not look exactly like it looked in Jurassic Park. It looks like a very young, very well-fed Rexy. So the sculpt honestly is incredible looking. Every ounce of detail is definitely present, even including the things like those osteoderms on the hips and that trademark Jurassic Park style underbelly that you've come to know from a Jurassic Park style Tyrannosaurus Rex. It is all perfectly present and beautifully sculpted. I think everything as far as the skin texture is really nicely done, as well as showing the movement really beautifully throughout the sculpt of the Rex by including wrinkles on one side where it would expect to have wrinkles, and stretched skin on the opposing side, and kind of skin bunching up where the leg is pushing in, and skin stretching where the leg is pulling. So as far as the movement goes, it's perfectly shown in the sculpt. As far as the paint goes, the paint is off the charts beautiful. It looks extremely realistic, and honestly, looking at it here in person looks like a real living dinosaur, just shrunken down to miniature size. It is that realistic. I cannot stress enough just how unbelievable this Tyrannosaurus Rex figure is from W Dragon, and how much I cannot recommend any more that you go and pick this up. If you are a fan of Jurassic Park, or even a T-Rex in general, you kind of owe it to yourself to own a figure like this, as beautiful as it is. And I do believe it's only around $100, and honestly is really big. So for that price range, this is a steal as far as how unbelievable looking this Rex is. This is easily one of my most prized possessions in my collection, and it just entered it today, and it's already leading the charge as far as one of my favorite figures of all time. So I will link you guys to Dan's Dinosaurs, where you can pick up this unbelievable W Dragon Tyrannosaurus Rex for yourself. You won't find a better dinosaur related website out there than Dan's Dinosaurs, so make sure you check that description. You go buy this beautiful Rex from Dan's Dinosaurs. But before you do that, don't forget to please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of any future videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.